New San Siro is closer than ever. The stadium has been expanded several times, hosted World Cups and European Cup finals, while its distinctive towers have become one of the city's symbols. Today, Milan and Inter believe that the legendary venue no longer meets their needs. The clubs have purchased the stadium and the surrounding land and now want to build a new venue next to it. Let's look back at the plans these clubs once had and what they must overcome to make their current projects a success. Let's begin. StadiumDB.com presents Future of San Siro, New Stadium Dreams for AC Milan and Inter. The history of San Siro began in 1925, when Milan president Piero Pirelli decided to build a football-specific stadium without an athletics track. The venue opened on September 19, 1926, with a friendly derby between Milan and Inter. Initially, the stadium consisted of 4 separate stands and could accommodate around 35,000 spectators. The city acquired it in 1935, while Inter began playing their home matches there in the 1947. The most important expansions were completed in 1955, when the second tier and the characteristic spiral ramps were added, and ahead of the 1990 World Cup. The latter redevelopment introduced a third tier, massive towers, and the red roof that gave the stadium its current appearance. Today, San Siro, officially named after Giuseppe Meazza, can accommodate around 75,800 spectators. It is Italy's largest stadium, but its age, complicated structure, and limited commercial potential have encouraged Milan and Inter to search for a new solution. Despite its enormous capacity and unique atmosphere, San Siro is becoming increasingly unsuitable for the needs of Milan and Inter. The stadium offers fewer boxes, premium seats, and commercial spaces than Europe's most modern venues. Opportunities to use the arena and its surroundings throughout the year are also limited. A new stadium would provide greater comfort, safety, and accessibility. It would also allow the clubs to increase their matchday revenue and create a complex operating throughout the year. For this reason, Milan and Inter officially began working together on plans for a new arena next to San Siro in 2019. In July 2019, Milan and Inter officially proposed the construction of a shared stadium next to San Siro. The first was the Rings of Milano, designed by Manica Architecture and Progetto CMR. Its facade was formed by 2 interlocking rings and around 17,000 images of supporters. The stands consisted of 2 tiers, while no premium seating was planned behind the goals. The second proposal was prepared by Populous. The cathedral took inspiration from Milan's Duomo. The stadium was to feature a monumental structure surrounded by a glazed facade, extensive premium areas, and a roof fitted with photovoltaic panels. The new arena was to be built west of San Siro. At the time, the cost of the stadium alone was estimated at around 650 million euros. In December 2021, Milan and Inter selected the cathedral. The investment never progressed beyond the planning stage. When the shared project stuck, the 2 clubs began preparing separate stadium projects outside Milan. Milan selected San Donato Milanese, a 70,000-seat stadium around 10 kilometers southeast of the city center. The entire development was expected to cost at least 1 billion euros. Inter turned their attention to Rossano, south of Milan. Populous designed an arena surrounded by a park, sports facilities, and the club's new headquarters. Neither project was implemented. At the beginning of 2024, the Milan authorities made one final attempt to keep both clubs at San Siro. Arco Associati presented a redevelopment concept that would retain the existing structure and a capacity of around 75,000. The most significant change was the creation of a 2-level strip of hospitality boxes between the first and second tiers. The stadium would receive improved acoustics and refurbished facilities. In the following months, WeBuild developed a more detailed feasibility study taking the requirements of Milan and Inter into account. The estimated cost increased to around 400 million euros, and the clubs concluded that the redevelopment would still be too complicated. This idea became the basis of the current project. If you've made it this far, there's only one thing left to do. Like this video. It's free, and it helps us keep posting videos regularly. The breakthrough came on November 5, 2025. Milan and Inter purchased the existing San Siro and surrounding land from the city. The value of the transaction was set at 197 million euros. From that moment, the clubs were able to begin preparations for a new stadium. The project was entrusted to Foster Plus Partners and Manica. According to the current assumptions, the new arena will be built directly next to the Meazza. The stadium is expected to accommodate around 71,500 fans. Foster Plus Partners and Manica are developing a completely new concept covering both the stadium and the master plan for the entire area. The final appearance of the arena has not yet been officially presented. The materials shown are for illustrative purposes only and do not represent the official project. The development will be completed in phases. First, the new stadium and the necessary infrastructure. Only after Milan and Inter move into the new arena will the partial demolition of the Meazza and the redevelopment of the remaining site begin. The greatest challenge will be constructing the new arena. According to the schedule included in the city's documentation, the investment is to be divided into 3 main phases. The first phase could begin in 2027. It would include the construction of the new stadium and a new Patroclo tunnel. Throughout this period, Milan and Inter are expected to continue playing their matches at the Meazza by the end of 2030. The second phase, involving the partial demolition of the San Siro, could begin in 2031. The final stage is planned for the years 2032 to 2035. The remaining elements of the complex would then be constructed on the site of the partially demolished stadium and the surrounding car parks. These would include sports, service, commercial, and public spaces, as well as new green areas. However, these dates are not definitive construction deadlines. After the new stadium opens, the existing San Siro will not be preserved in its entirety. The plan involves demolishing most of the stands, the roof, and the characteristic circulation towers. The work could begin in 2031, after Milan and Inter have moved their matches to the new arena. The southeastern section of the Meazza would remain. The structure is to be reinforced, secured, and adapted for new purposes. It is expected to become part of a multifunctional complex containing museum, retail, service, and community spaces. The detailed use of the preserved structure will only be determined during a later phase of the design process. The additional cost of the partial demolition, reinforcement, and protection of the retained section has been estimated at around 14 million euros. The plan must pass through a full urban planning procedure and 2 environmental assessments. The city and the region want to complete all procedures within 560 days of the plan being submitted, which would mean by the summer of 2027. Another problem is heritage protection. San Siro's second tier has passed the 70-year threshold and had already been identified as having potential cultural value. The project must be agreed with the heritage authorities. The development also faces legal disputes. The sale of San Siro has been challenged. At the same time, prosecutors are investigating. There are also major technical difficulties. These include the remediation of contaminated land, the relocation of the Patroclo Tunnel ANF, the operation of a huge construction site. All of these factors increase risk of delays. There is also limited time because of Euro 2032. Italian Football Federation is expected to select the venues presented to UEFA by October 1, 2026. Which stadiums are more iconic than San Siro? Let us know in the comments. For more stadium news, visit our website and follow us on social media. See you next time.